what is up here. Okay, hold on, everybody. We got a situation. This cam. Okay, there you go. All right, how y'all doing? I'm gonna try to get this down here and see what's going on. Today is a good day over here at D.I.Y Auto School, and the reason is it's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to keep it on the low, and we're not going to get too loud out here in the valley where we get big echoes and people think I'm a loudmouth. And hold on, we got us a little buddy. Oh, there he goes. Come here, boy. Come on, come here. Come here, you little bastard. Okay. All right, sorry about that. I had to do that. I don't know if you saw that, but that was a lizard. All right, so anyway, what we got here, did everybody see that little lizard? Did you see that? Crazy. But what we got here, we got our fabulous, beautiful, and exciting 1968. And I don't know if this is a K code, S code, R code, J code, cock code, PS code, WTF code car. I don't give a shit what code it is. It's some kind of code car. We just got done doing our end on it. We just got done restoring this beautiful thing. I'm going to go ahead. We're getting ready to load this thing up and deliver it to the owner. So let's go ahead and take the car cover off and see what we got. Everybody out there. This is a 1968 Mustang convertible. The story on this, I haven't made any videos yet, they're coming up, but the story on this car, because there's always a story behind it, and the story on this one, it's called sandblasting. The owner went and had the car sandblasted, and it turned out to be one of the biggest nightmare sandblast jobs that I've ever worked on. So let's go ahead and look at it, and then I'll go ahead and explain it to you as we do a little bit of a walk around on it. So we're gonna go ahead and roll this up. And I've been keeping it covered up because we've been waiting to deliver it. And we'll get to that little story in a minute. I ain't delivering for free. If you can't hear me, I'm going to repeat myself here in a minute. Because it ain't going to happen. No more free delivery. It's over. So this is our 68 special code. We're just called the Special Code Mustang. And it's a Mustang that I've been working on for approximately, if you can't hear me good, I don't give a shit. There's nothing I can do. I'm using my phone and I'm hollering in the microphone. So I've had this car in my possession for exactly 1 year. It's actually been 1 year and 4 days. No, actually 1 year and a week or so. We finally got it done. We actually had this done about a month and a half ago, and then I had to do a few other items on it. I'm going to show that to you. And then it's finally ready to go back home to the rightful owner. Let's go ahead and look at it. Let's check it out and see what we got. Okay, I'm going to try to be as calm and collective as I can as I walk down it, but I want everybody to take a look at the finish on this. It's just a beautiful finish. And this is the correct forest green, 1968 forest green code color. I'm going to push it outside. Well, we're going to have a problem pushing it outside. I got my trailer right there. We won't be pushing it outside, but I'll be posting pictures, and also we're going to make videos delivering it to the owner. So, beautiful car. I mean, I'm kind of speechless. Um, where do I start? I'm going to start with the overall appearance. When I first looked at this car, I told the owner, I said, it looks pretty nice. I actually like it, and I think that it can be a great looking car. It's all original. All the body panels are original. The body panels fit really well, and I think we can do it. He said, okay, let's get her done. I told him, well, we got to get it. We have to have it stripped. I'm not going to do anything to it until it is stripped to bare metal. He said, okay. We set an appointment to have it soda blasted. The guy wanted close to $2,500, $3,500 to soda blast the car. And I thought that was a little bit ridiculous myself. So we found another place that did water jet blasting. Now, I want everybody over here to look. This car, this front end, it was water jet blasted. It was water, what do we call it? Dustless blasting. Go back into my videos, you'll see the scenario on it. But I will tell you this, it did not warp any panels. It was one of the biggest messes that I ever had, but it didn't warp any metal, and it actually worked pretty good. Besides the filthy, disgusting mess that the blaster left behind, overall, that dustless blasting worked out pretty well. So we found a place that was supposed to be doing dustless blasting. They said, we do dustless blasting and we can dustless blast your car. I was in the process of moving from Dallas to beautiful Moab. You can see out there part of the rim. So I'm in the process of moving, and he says, okay, well, I'll get it dustless blasted. So he goes ahead and takes it over there, and they don't dustless blast it. They sandblast it. And they don't just sandblast it. They use very coarse, I'm going to say number 2 sand to blast the car with. Number 2 is almost play sand. It's one of the most hardest sands that you can use. He gets the car sandblasted. We ended up having to replace the hood, the trunk. Those had to be completely replaced. And there's another trunk lid in here, and I'm going to tell you about that one because that was actually the first one. That was the first one that we did right there. This is actually the second one, but the original trunk lid and the hood were totaled. They were no good, and we couldn't use them. They warped them to shit. They also warped the top of both quarter panels, the top of both the doors, and the top of the fenders. We almost ended up replacing both of the fenders. It was a very, very big nightmare. It took me, and this isn't adjusted properly yet, so don't look at that. That's got brand new rubber on it, and I don't want to adjust it to fit properly because the rubber has got to seat in. So the owner, when he gets this back, he'll have to readjust the hinges on it so it will sit down properly. Just to let everybody know before we get some smart-ass idiot, there you go, that decides to leave a comment that I don't know what I'm fucking doing, okay? So go ahead and do that, hater guy. The walk-around's actually for you because you don't think there's anything gets done in the shop. Nothing ever leaves the shop complete. What you're looking at here is the finished car. And when I say finished, I'm done with my job. It is up to the owner to completely finish this car. It is not going to be a turnkey car like our Camaro. I am not going to put a brand new engine and transmission in the car and wire harness and get it running interior. Okay, the owner's doing that. So what I have done here, this is the walk around of my job. It's done, it's over, and it's a done deal. Okay? I mean, that's all I can tell you. So back to the story, we end up replacing the hood, and I believe the owner ended up paying like $450 or $500 for an OEM factory hood. And yes, the hood had bodywork in it. It was painted several times, so I had to go over the bodywork and I redid that. The fenders were so warped that I almost told him he had to get other fenders. It was that close. The fenders were in serious bad shape. The company that did this did not give him any money back. They told him, tough shit, if you don't like it, sue us. We don't care. The guy that actually sandblasted your car doesn't even work here anymore. That was their excuse. That's what they said. They said, it's not our fault. It's the guy that sandblasted, and he doesn't work here anymore. I went ahead and installed the stripes on the vehicle, and these are the factory OEM style reflector gold stripes. And at nighttime, let me tell you, you can see them coming 6 miles away. So anyway, we went ahead and restored the steering wheel on the car. We have it covered up so it doesn't get all scratched and gouged. The interior has been painted semi-black to the owner's request, to the factory specs, along with the doors. The car has been painted inside and out. You can see that. We went ahead and poured 15 the floor. That's done. The trunk is painted to factory specs inside, and the car is immaculately beautiful. I can tell you right now, the picture doesn't really do it no justice, but let's get back to the story. This deck lid the owner sent to me. I told him that that deck lid had 4 inches of Bondo on it, and it was a piece of shit. It had hairline cracks in the Bondo. It's already painted. I'm not going to uncover it. It's covered and ready for delivery. He wants it back. So I said, go ahead, you can have it. So he sends me this deck lid. I want to show you how nice and beautifully straight that came out. That was an extreme body-saving repair on that. And when you see the videos of it, you're going to say, I can't believe that you fixed it. I can't believe it. This deck lid had massive extreme hail damage, massive extreme rust, and it had dents not going into it, but coming out of it. Let's say that you put something in the trunk and you slammed it down and it didn't fit, but you kept slamming it down and you dent it. That's how bad it was. So we went ahead and redid the deck lid, and I mean, if you would have saw the deck lid the first time, you wouldn't have been happy, and you would have said, I got to redo it. So we went ahead and redid it. The quarter panels on this, the lower quarter panels have been replaced on it. I didn't do that. Whoever replaced them did a half-assed job to it. I had to go back and redo the weld work on it. I'm going to go ahead and go up here to the front, and I'm going to try to open the hood, and we'll look at the engine compartment. If I can, there we go, okay. So the owner requested that the inside of the hood be painted the same color as the outside. We went ahead and did that. The interior of the engine compartment has been painted factory OEM black after we had it sandblasted. Looks beautiful. It does got a little bit of dust on it. I'm sure the owner can go ahead and take a rag and clean it if he doesn't like it. Okay, so here we are under the car, and you can see that the car looks beautiful. It looks immaculate. I had to do, there was dozens and dozens of rust repair action going on the bottom of the vehicle. Somebody at one time replaced it, the floors, patched up floor sections in it, and I had to go ahead and continue to fix their repairs. After everything was done, I noticed that this heater box over here had some massive rust in it. I'm sorry, the torque box. And I didn't want to replace the torque box on this because the aftermarket torque boxes don't fit anyway. So I did some extreme rust repair to that torque box, and we finally got it fixed. But you can see that the bottom of the car is in super clean condition along with the top. Okay, we're back up here. Now, I want everybody to look at this. You can see that number right there. That's actually a number that was stamped at the factory. That's the factory number for this car for the assembly line. And the owner wanted me to go ahead and leave that on there, so I went ahead and put a piece of 2-inch tape on it when I painted it. And he's very happy with it. Okay, we got to get the camera out of the... So we'll go ahead and do that, and hopefully I'll be in the picture. Right there, okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and come around the camera here, and hopefully my big face will be inside the picture. So, getting your car sandblasted is a very, 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 what can we say, touchy situation. For me to restore this car, I had to do a lot of extra work to it to get it into the shape that it is. Now, when I tell you that these panels were warped and this was bad and that was bad, that doesn't mean that I took 12 gallons of Bondo and slapped it on here and, you know, just saying I didn't do that. I took my dent pullers, I took my metal files, I took my hammer and dollies, I even on the fenders, I even had to take my shrinking discs. These things looked like the Swiss Alps before I fixed it. They were like this. It was unbelievable on the shape that this car was in when he got it back from the sandblasters from before he took it there. The attitude of the sandblaster was, we don't care, so what? If you don't like it, take us to court, bitch. These people are located in Argyle. No, is Argyle? Krugersville. They're located in Krugersville, Texas. And I am going to put the name of this scumbag operation in the description with a big warning saying, do not take your vehicle or anything else to these people. They charged this guy like $1,800 to basically ruin his car. It's up to the owner to finish the car. And I'm going to be honest with everybody out there when you restore a car like this. If you don't want the restoration shop to completely restore your car from start to finish, 9 out of 10 times, that car will normally never get done. It'll never get done, and if it does, it'll be years and years and years down the road. If you're going to restore a car and you don't do this, or you don't have the time, let's say you don't have the time. Let's say that you have to work for a living and support your family, and you don't even have time to work on it. So you don't have the time, or you don't have the energy or the willpower to get out there and work on it because you work your ass off all week, and then you're telling yourself, damn, I don't want to go out in the garage now all weekend and work on that. I don't want to do that. If you don't have the money and the effort to really restore a vehicle like this, and we're going to go look at another one here in a minute, and I'm going to give you an example, then you're wasting your money, people. Okay, you're wasting your money and your time, and all that money that you've spent on this car, and all the time that it's been sitting in my shop, and all the work that I've done to it has been a waste of time. I see this dozens of times. I see this time and time and time after again. I can name, just off the top of my head, 10 cars, at least, no, let's say 8 cars that I have restored. And when I say restore, I'm talking about this condition here. Because when you bring a car to a shop like mine, I'm only going to do the work that you pay me to fucking do. So when I'm done with that job, I have finished my restoration. I can name 8 cars right now that are sitting in garages that I restored like this, that have been sitting for over, I would say the most recent one has been sitting for a year. Actually, it's been sitting for 9 months, but we can go back and back. There's cars that I've done that are still sitting in people's garages from 9, 10 years ago in this shape right here. And it's all because they've basically lost interest in it, or something else has come up and they can't do it, or they're going to save it for their retirement and they're going to finish it then. Really? Really? So you're going to spend all that money on a car and you're going to finish it when you retire? It's going to cost you $30,000 more to do that because the parts are going to be out of the fucking roof. You won't be able to buy nothing. I talked to the owner of the car. He said now he's got to rebuild the motor. You want me to tell you why he's got to rebuild the motor? Because he had it rebuilt 10 years ago. And it's been sitting on an engine stand with a cover on it. And the motor's locked up from sitting around. It is seized up. It's never even been used. It's a brand new engine for this car. He's got to dismantle. He's going to have it all dismantled and redone. But it was a brand new engine 10 fucking years ago. Are you getting the picture here, people? Do you understand the deal now? If we would have restored this car immediately when we started on it, that Camaro, and we're talking going on, I would say 8 years ago, 7 at least. If we would have done it from start to finish at the beginning of the car being at my shop, it would have saved that guy $10,000 or $12,000 fucking dollars. He just bought a motor and a transmission for that car. It's a turnkey drivetrain is what it is. It comes with everything except the exhaust and the wire harness and a couple other little items. $17,000. 7 or 8 years ago, he probably could have got the same thing for probably $9,000 or $10,000. When you restore something, whether it's a car or a refrigerator, the longer you sit around, the longer you wait, the more it's going to cost. Whether you do it or I do it. This guy's going to get his car home. We're going to deliver it to him. And I said, well, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Do me a favor, Pete. I want you to do me a favor. Can you buy me a car cover, Pete? Can you give me a car cover on eBay, please? I said, why? What do you need a car? Because I'm going to put it on my lift, and I'm going to put the car cover on it. It's going to be sitting up in the air so nobody can touch it or look at it until I actually get time to restore it. Can you do that, Pete? My friend Guy. Sure, I'll go ahead and get you a car cover, and I'll put it on your bill. No problem, buddy. This guy has a car, another Mustang. I don't know what year it is. I think it's a 68. I don't know. It's a red one. And somebody painted it for him. And I don't even know how long, maybe 4 years ago. We'll say 5 years. I don't know. I'm not going to be specific because I don't know. But he had it painted. And to this day right now, that car does not drive. That car does not run. That car is doing nothing but sitting in his shop on his lift. Nothing. So he's going to take the red car off. He's actually going to sell one of his cars to make room so he can put this car on the lift and the red one under it or some bullshit, and he's going to have room to do all this. I don't know. But the deal is, people, is this is the walk around, okay? It's the walk around. You know what I'm saying? This walk around consists of, that's brand new, by the way. I just installed that. That's actually an aftermarket piece, and I'm really shocked that that fit on there the way it did. It really fit good. But this is the walk around, people. This is it. You know, the walk around of the car that'll never get finished. It'll never get done. It will get done. Whether he finishes it or somebody else finishes it, it'll get done someday. I don't know when, but it ain't going to get done today. It is done over here. I'm done with it. I offered to go ahead and put a brand new wire harness in his car like I'm doing for this guy. You can see it right here. Here's the wire harness. And I said, here, let me help you out a little bit. Let me go ahead and get that wire harness in there, and I gave him a price for it. And he said, no, I'll do the wire. Okay, do it yourself then. I don't give a shit. All right, I offered to do some other little stuff. No, I'm going to do that. Okay. But then when I talked to him and said, when are you going to work? I'm not working on it right now. I'm putting it on my lift. It's going to go on my lift, and it's going to go up in the air. Okay, well, I'm done. The restoration on the 68 Mustang is done. There's nothing I can do. I'm moving down the line on the Camaro, and what we've done on this is we've done the hydraulic clutch system, we've done the brake system, it's done. I went ahead and took all the heater core out. Both the inner and outer heater boxes need to be sandblasted and restored. We went ahead and painted all the inside, that's done. I'm getting ready to put the wire harness in it. Once the wire harness is in it, then we could go ahead and here's our ZZ6. The owner still has to get some headers for it. I'm going to tell him to get the Corvette dump headers. Those are the cheapest and easiest ones to install. We might have to change out the water pump to a short water pump. It all depends on what kind of radiator he's going to get, because the radiator, this original radiator, will not work. So we need a brand new radiator. And more than likely, he's going to get a 4 or 6 core aluminum radiator to go with this brand new aluminum engine. But we're working on it, and it's going to be a turnkey car when it leaves my shop. So when he gets his car at home, he will be able to get in his car, turn the key over, and drive it anywhere he wants to go. Faithful Minnie, the body shop girl, took that front clip off like a real champ. Did that all by herself. The only thing I did is help her lift it off there and set it on there. So a big kudos for Minnie, the body shop girl. Thank you very much. But, you know, back to the walk around here, guys. If you're going to restore a car and you're going to dedicate yourself, finish the car. Finish it. Because you're wasting your money. We're not talking $10 here. We're not talking $3,000. We're not talking $10,000. We're talking money, people. The longer you wait around to finish something, the more it's going to cost you, whether it's a car or a refrigerator. Here's a car that I'm going to be painting in approximately a week and a half. This is a 1976 Mercedes-Benz. This car was a total junkyard pile of junk. I have taken the swamp buggy piece of shit, rotted junker, and completely rebuilt the car to being a car. There's the deck lid and the hood. Body parts on this were sandblasted as well and ruined, but it wasn't because of the sandblaster. It was because of the owner. Because the owner wanted to sandblast everything inside and out when I told him on a Mercedes-Benz, you don't do that. But he didn't listen to me because I'm a dumbass and I don't fucking know. So what that did is that created more work for me. This hood that goes to this car, and I hope I'm not breaking up here. I hope y'all give me a thumbs up if I'm still online because I can't tell. This hood was only made for 1.5 years. He will never find another hood. This is a 1.5 year hood. Okay, are we on still? Is everything cool? Okay, I guess we are. Okay, so this hood right here was completely totaled and trashed. You'll have to see the videos as we do the video set. But the car is ready for paint, people. There's another car over there. We got a brother and a sister here. And I'm saying that because that car over there was in almost the same condition as this car. I don't know which one I can say is the worst, this one or that one. So we're getting ready to get back on the Mustang, and we already have. We've already done a lot of extra stuff to it. But the next thing that we're going to do this, we're going to replace the both full quarter panels and the floors and everything else. But our Mercedes-Benz, this is going to be a beautiful car, people. It's not the most desirable car, but let me tell you about this car. It's going to be a finished car because the guy is dedicated. The guy has willpower, and the guy is saying, when I get it back from you, I'm going to finish it ASAP so I can drive it. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. And we'll be doing a walk around in approximately a month on our beautiful 1976 Nightmare Mercedes-Benz. Beautiful car that it is, guys. So I'm just going to kind of hold the camera right here and kind of do a nice slow walk around for all the luscious haters out there and all the scumbags of the world and all the jealous freakoids and the scum boys out there that have to leave bad comments and say, I've never seen anything come out of that guy's shop finish. He's a piece of shit. He's a hacker. That guy's a hacker. He's a hack shop. So go ahead and leave your comments now. You're more than happy to. And I love comments. Good, bad, or ugly, leave them. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, doing the walk around and showing you and telling you, if you start something, you should always finish it. Is the owner going to finish this? He is going to finish it. But the question is when? Take it easy. We'll see you later. And over and out. We got to go.